Hi there, Loy Machedo. Swinging to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Okay, I thought I'd give you. I thought I'd give my thoughts. Okay, I'd give my opinion about ex Prime Minister Imran Khan. Okay, now obviously, me being an Indian passport holder, I'm not very aware or educated about Pakistani politics. However, as an outsider, we tend to have an opinion. So, if you know something better than me in terms of Imran Khan or Pakistani politics, please do comment down below so it will help us non Pakistanis educate ourselves and maybe have a balanced view. I always prefer to hear both sides of the story, but in a respectable manner. Respectable in the sense that simply using bad words or terms doesn't help. So please feel free to correct me wherever I'm wrong. I'm taking the news article from bbc.com. Links will be put down below. I'll read it and I'll give my opinion. So what do I think of? And I think the main video that I'm going to focus on, the topic is Prime Minister Imran Khan getting shot. Okay. Now, first, let's get a couple of things out of the way. Politicians by themselves, there are no saints. It only depends, according to me, every politician, it all depends on how big a sinner you are. Okay, there are different levels to it. Because in order to succeed in politics, you can't just be a knight in the shiny armor. You can't be a person with absolutely pure values. You will obviously have to suck up to some people, bribe some people, keep some other people happy, and you have to keep the establishment happy. Like, for example, let's say Joe Biden, he's almost 80. You seriously believe that an 80-year-old man is controlling the whole economy or the whole country? He himself doesn't know where he's walking. He's shaking hands with the empty space. He doesn't know what he's talking. He's so old that, sometimes he's just walking. He doesn't know what he's doing. So there is somebody controlling his strings, which is very obvious. So any political party, any person in power, he doesn't act as if he owns everything. There is somebody telling him, listen, this is what is to be done. Whether it's Barack Obama, who was a typical puppet, whether it is even the Saudi prince, he can't act everything as per his own accord. He has to keep in mind that there are very powerful groups around. So if he keeps one group happy, the other group is unhappy. And in the same way, whether it's Vladimir Putin, whether it's United States, whether it's India, whether it's Pakistan, anywhere. Okay. And let's understand this much. Even Israel, for example, Israel, why it is not condemning Russia, why it is not supplying weapons to Ukraine, why is US not supplying weapons to Ukraine? Weapons means the latest ones. Everything has a political agenda. So US is not doing everything for the good of mankind. So in the same way, politics is a very dirty game and it involves being in power. That's the main thing. As long as you're in power, you are useful. The minute you're not in power, nobody gives a damn. When Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan was in power, he was invited to United Nations. He was invited to conferences, meetings, international political gatherings. Now he's not in power. Nobody gives a damn about him. Okay. So Imran Khan, according to me at least, he is a politician, but he's not as bad, according to me. He's not as bad as most others. He definitely is a better cream of the crop than the existing ones. Is he corrupt? My gut feeling is yes. All of them are corrupt. There's no saint. But I feel he was much better than most of them. He was more educated. He was more classy. He definitely was not a saint. His strategic move of trying to talk about Islam and how women should behave and we should all follow Allah Ta'ala and all that all is all bullshit. Simply because if you see Imran Khan during his younger days, from cocaine to women to gambling to everything else, he was a playboy. You can say that, oh, he's changed, now he's become mature. No, his priorities have changed, which is why he positions himself in a different way. Same example with me. I was a playboy before, but today my priorities have changed. So I've stopped sleeping around with women. But that doesn't mean that if I get an opportunity, and it's really good, I'm going to say no. No, it always carries on. But the importance is not as much as we used to give. So even Imran Khan has changed. Now, having got that aside, the question about is him getting shot. See, Imran Khan came into power after people got fed up with the previous government. Okay. Now, after Imran Khan came and checking on my Facebook, a lot of educated people, a lot of people who educated, traveled around, they were very happy about Imran Khan. And out of the posts that I've seen on LinkedIn, it seems that he really did a lot of good for the people, created a lot of educational forums, help for entrepreneurs. He tried to improve the economy. But the problem is he was not very successful. I would assume the biggest reason him not being very successful because he has to juggle too many balls. He has to keep the military happy. He has to keep the religious groups happy. And he could not modernize Pakistan in the way he wanted, especially because they follow an outdated model of Islamic values. Like for example, you insult the Prophet, people will stone you to death. And even if there's an allegation that you insulted the Prophet or Quran, you get treated like a hero for killing another person. Okay, that itself is there. And this is, you might say, oh, that is religion and this is politics. And no, it's all intertwined. Pakistan's culture, Pakistan's religion, Pakistan's politics all intermingle with one another. Okay, so no matter how modern he wants to make it, he is not going to be successful. So he tried to fix the economy by taking loans. He tried to kiss ass with Mohammed bin Salman, the Saudi crown prince. He did it with China. But eventually, he dug the same old hole of debt. And because of which, with all the global challenges that came and COVID, Pakistan went into debt more. Pakistan had more unemployment. Pakistan had a lot of problems. Now, it's not because of him. We can say that it's because of the external factors, but he as a leader tried to do his best, but it's just too much. Too much is you're trying to keep religious groups happy, you're trying to keep the military happy, you're trying to keep the corrupt established officials happy, you want to stay in power, you want to keep the people happy. There are too many people to keep happy. Now, eventually, when he tried to stand up against USA by meeting Putin, shaking hands with him and showing I support him, which he tried to do just like India. Well, US pulled the rug and as per, I don't know, conspiracy theories or whatever, they got him ousted. Okay, they got him removed. And I believe, yes, there is an element of truth in it, although I don't have evidence. I strongly believe that US had a lot to do with his removal because now you're not dancing to our tunes. Why should we keep you in power? So he got removed and he said that he would expose USA, which he did not. He said he had evidence. So now he started this new campaign. I'm going to fight against the people in power. There was a change. He tried to ensure that he would get in power. And he started rallying people. Come supporters will overthrow the existing government, and he tried to do his best. Now, see, here's the problem. And this is where I blame him. We have already seen how dangerous Pakistan is. They killed Benazir Bhutto, in case you have forgotten that. Someone can wrap himself with, bombs and just blow up. And the people who are fanatics, there are plenty of them in Pakistan. Okay? And I'm not saying this as a hater. I'm telling you as a reality. There are a lot of people who take religion or politics so seriously, they would do that. They killed Benazir Bhutto. And he's walking in an open space. There can be snipers. There can be someone with a machine gun. There can be someone with a, bazooka. There can be someone who just comes up to him wanting to hug him and then blow things up. Someone take a gun from somewhere far and just shoot him. You are taking such a big risk. That also standing on open vehicle as a hero standing on. He even, when he stood up for elections that time, there was a scaffolding that gave way. He got injured before becoming prime minister. So he's taking unnecessary risks to himself by exposing himself. You know, how much can a commando or a bodyguard or security guard cover him when he's open? Even in India, which is comparatively safer, Modi doesn't do that. He is still surrounded by, they make sure they brush the place, they check sniffer dogs, commandos, intelligence, and at the same time, he's covered with, sometimes bulletproof glass. And sometimes, even when they have an event, they make sure only selected people are brought in. That's why when Modi goes, even abroad, he doesn't allow certain people who are not in the list, even if they are famous. So that is the amount of precautions these politicians and, people in power should take. For me, it is absolute carelessness. He's trying to be brave. He's trying to show bravado. But you are taking unnecessary risk. And if something happens to you, finish. Yes, it's very important to go to rallies. But in a place like Pakistan, where a person needs money just to even take care of his family, you give him, let's say, okay, I'll give you $10,000. For him, he'll be like, oh, you can feed my family for the, couple of years. I'll do whatever you want. So I just feel that he is taking unnecessary risk. Yes, he has to conduct rallies and all that, but it is not safe for him. I would just say that, see, Pakistan is surrounded by people who take politics, religion, their culture very serious. And Pakistan is undergoing tremendous challenges, from disaster, from floods to famine to unemployment to the declining purchasing power to loans to the political upheaval, corruption. It is an absolute mess, and it is teetering around total collapse. Total collapse, just like Sri Lanka, even worse. I really feel bad. I really feel bad for Pakistan. I feel bad for the politicians. Now, is the current political establishment better? I doubt. I don't think so. I would always say Imran Khan is slightly better. Not that he's a saint. But then again, how much do you change? What do you change? How far do you change? So to me, this getting shot, I would blame Imran Khan for being careless. Okay, that's my argument. I know that he wants to come back in power. I know that he wants to prove a point. But he is taking far too greater risks. And all it takes is someone to do the same thing what they did with Benazir Bhutto, have a bomb placed somewhere, wait for him to come at the right time, have a gang of unemployed, drug addict, crazy, out of their mind people holding some weapons. The next thing you know, finished, right? I don't wish anything bad for Imran Khan. I think he's a legend in his own right. He's a great cricketer. He's a great businessman. He succeeded in politics. He worked really hard and he's doing his best for the people. But if he goes on like this, eventually, at some point, it's going to catch up to him. That's what I have to say. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Good, bad, ugly? I'd love to hear from you. And if you think I've said something wrong, please do feel free to correct me, because I'm also very intrigued to know what do you have to say. Is he the best option for Pakistan, or is the current government better, or should they scrap off everything, get someone new? But is it possible? So yeah, good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off. You guys take care.